YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here with a little more Vampire Week action. If you're wondering why I'm not playing my own replay, because sometimes some of you ask me that, it's because I'm recording this before my second child arrives, which would have been probably Wednesday. You're probably watching this on Thursday anyway, so yeah, that's why I'm not playing my own battle. I don't have time. And so people sent me these good replays, and I wanted to get to them, and this will give you all something to watch while I'm out trying to take care of bringing another little one in. So let's check out this vampire army. It's got Vlad von Karstein, 4 Horrors, 3 Graveguard up front with a Sternsman as one of them, and then a Skeleton Spear, White King. Yeah, there's Vlad. You can see him. More Skeleton Spears in the back. 1 Bat, and then a Verex Reavers, which is a Knights with Lances and Barding, out in the woods. This Greenskin army, though, it is 8 Biggins, I believe, or something close to it. There's, I think, 5 Goblin Archers, the Rusty Heirs, Orc Shaman. A lot of potential missile power here in this Greenskin army. It's pretty interesting to see them come missile heavy, but could potentially be great against Crypt Horrors, as long as the Horrors don't get into all those guys. And then the Armor Sundering on the Rusty Heirs could be a nice way to try and pull down the Graveguard, which would otherwise excel against all these Biggins. Graveguard ought to do very well versus Biggins. They are outnumbered, like unmercifully outnumbered. This Warlord's boyz is coming out of hiding there too. These guys are also armor sundering, so nice abilities to bring. There's a Mortis Engine back here for the vampires, and like I said, led by Vlad, who is facing his back to the Greenskins, apparently in disdain. The Horrors are kind of moving way out over here to the flank, probably trying to avoid archer fire. There's going to be a heck of a lot of it. And the Reavers, I'm not sure when he's planning on bringing them in. Let's see how this plays out. There is a lore of the Big Wa here with the Orc Shaman. So, looking at, here we go. No Foot of Gork. Where is that a foot? I don't think it's the foot. I think it's just an here we go. So, putting a lot of different attack on these guys. And you probably have a Wa. Yeah, you do. With the Night Goblin. The Night Goblin... War Boss? Yeah, Night Goblin War Boss is on his Cave Squig here, looking particularly menacing. And then he's got 2 Goblin Big Bosses riding with him, so a Gobbo leadership army here. I don't know how the boys appreciate being led by Gobbos. It's going to be an interesting fight. The vampires are going to have to outlast a lot of Greenskin infantry, and with the armor sundering that's coming up here, could be bad news for the vampires, because they're going to rely on their heavy armor here. At least some of it with the Graveguard. Graveguard is not a high charge unit, and Sternsman actually has a charge defense. Might be better to almost let them take the charge, but he's going to be worried about all the missiles, and he should be. So the Vampire's going to have to attack. The Mortis Engine's going to be in pretty big danger here. Nice use of the Bats to immediately get into some of the Goblin Archers. Bats will do pretty decent versus Goblin Archers, but they're going to turn around and shoot the Bats off of this one. Probably a good choice. Mortis Engine comes right in, should be taking a lot of hit points off the Greenskins over here. As long as they blob up like this, the Mortis Engine can pay itself off pretty quickly. Vlad is going to be an excellent lord to take on this horde of Greenskin infantry, but he's going to get attacked here, probably by the trifecta of goblins. Or no, they're going to go for the Mortis Engine. Not a bad target, actually, just leave Vlad alone and try and pull down the Mortis Engine, which you can see it's doing significant damage. The Sternsmen are just getting completely overwhelmed. Look at the armor sundering, all the way down to 58 armor from 90, and the Mortis Engine's getting wrecked by Goblin Big Bosses and the Squig. This Skeleton Spearman really needs to be up right now, helping to get this guy loose, because that Mortis Engine could be crippling. All the Crypt Horrors are back here trying to move in on some of the archers, but there's Biggins protecting him. The Verex Reavers are still hidden. There's a White King right now attacking these Biggins, but the White King's not going to want to get tied down on all these Biggins. Especially with that Orc Shaman back there. One of the big bosses... it just broke. So one of the big bosses just broke. The Spearman made it up here. The Mortis Engine's actually still very alive. Vlad got up here and just wrecked one of the big bosses. If he can kill it, I don't know if it got to use its potion or not, so that'd be a big win. Sternsman hanging on. They got 73 kills. All things considered, that's probably not bad. But the main line of the vampires is falling apart. Definitely. And the Horrors just looking for somewhere to be effective. They are just going to be getting rippled with arrow fire from pretty much every direction. The White King is completely overwhelmed. Out here, Vlad is definitely wrecking the Greenskin leadership, and the fact that the Mortis Engine is still alive is a huge boon to the vampires. They need to keep this thing alive. Kind of pull it back through their own men and force the goblin leaders to get stuck. Just like that. The Horrors got some of the archers out here, but the archers are taking their toll. The more of these guys they can take off the field, the better it'll be. They probably shouldn't have blobbed up like this, because the blob is just going to help the archers get more hits. This big blob here, though, is going to get hit by Crypt Horrors from behind. Probably looking for a quick break on their leadership. The Night Goblin War Boss gets away with the Potion of Toughness, able to heal. And this little pocket of Greenskin resistance does get wrecked. Let's see, 74 kills on the Graveguard here, only 44 kills over here. They're getting taken down. So this Graveguard is going to get hit by an Invocation of Nehek, though. That'll help it stay in the fight a little longer. Yeah, the Horrors are going to get caught by Biggins here, and eventually the Biggins are going to wear down the Crypt Horrors, unless they can break the leadership of the Biggins. This Spearman's kind of a nice play here. It's getting rid of this Goblin Big Boss, and then when the Horrors move in, it's going to actually rout it. If the Vampire had a way to ride these guys down, it'd be big, and I guess he does. He's just sitting on this Verex Reavers back there in the woods. I'm not sure why he's doing that, but this battle's going to play out for quite a while, looks like. Mortis Engine still taking its toll. The Night Goblin War Boss wavering routes. Not good for the Greenskins. Orc Shaman still very much alive, though. And if he's using the Here We Go, he could be very effective at helping get rid of the Crypt Horrors. There's still a lot of Greenskin units left. The White King's still alive. He had to have used the healing potion. He's getting some nice kills right now on the archers.
An ancient power is rising.
The Mortis Engine chases this War Boss away, but it looks like... No, okay, this would be the better place to be back here and just start taking a ton of hit points off these blobs of infantry. The War Boss and the Big Boss are going to come back. But now the Mortis Engine taking some archer fire. It's going to need to get away from all this. And I think it's stuck in some Biggins right now, too, which it really doesn't want to be. It's getting wrecked. Pretty sure the Mortis Engine's going to drop right here due to this mistake. Sure is. If it doesn't, I'm going to be shocked, because it's now crumbling. It's going to get hit by the Invocation into Heck, though. If it gets away, it's going to be a clutch save for the Vampires, because it can do a lot more hit point damage to the Greenskin army. Ooh, so much damage. Nope, it's gone. It's gone. Looked like it might get away, but that's it. Poof. Big tool for the Vampires down the drain right there. Most of the Horrors are getting worn down. This is going to end up being a pretty crazy fight here in the sense that, look at this. This one Biggin here is going to rout. I wonder if he spots this Verex Reavers. Okay, Verex Reavers coming out of hiding now, finally. A little bit late, but Vlad's going to need some support. The Horrors are going down. The White King is now getting tag-teamed by the War Boss and the Big Boss. Stand your ground and Wah. Did use Master of Beguilement, which is a nice way to counter Wah a little bit, but the White King's gonna get his face busted. Except for the War Boss pulled away. That's interesting. That might level out the fight for the White King. He's got pretty good stats. Never mind. Here comes a big pile of Greenskin infantry. Vlad is going to do pretty well in an infantry blob. Oh, look at this. The Reavers are going to get to these archers unopposed. There's a ton of Biggins, though, on the field. So, see what happens here. But yeah, look at this. Verex Reavers. What's coming in here? There's a spell coming in here. Brain Bursta? Yeah, it looks like it just hurt the archers more than it did the Reavers. It didn't do anything to them. Yeah, Brain Bursta is a terrible spell. I don't recommend bringing it. Look at this. Vlad von Karstein standing amidst a very large throng of Greenskins and just tanking it. They're not doing a lot of damage to him. The Greenskin leadership's a little bit shaky. The Reavers turn around and just plow right into this Greenskin force, and they probably shouldn't have done that. I think they need to bide their time and let Vlad tank out as much of this as possible and just stay away from the Greenskin units. Pick off routing units. Don't get in here and try and be a hero, I don't think, because it's gonna get him killed. They do have a lot of kills, though. They're racking it up. Wow. 115 and climbing. But like I said, if they get stuck here, it may be too early and allow the Greenskins to overwhelm Vlad. Stand your ground and wah popped here for the war boss. That's going to cause some damage as these Reavers try and get away. Vlad's racked up 61 kills. Definitely need to make sure that these archers don't get back into the fight, so I'd like to see the Reavers come out here and just pick off these routed units, because the Greenskins will keep rallying back from a fight. Vlad is still healing away. He is not easy to take down unless you get a real focused force. He just seems to be able to resist a lot of damage. So definitely not someone you want to underestimate. Look at him just getting absolutely mobbed by the boys here. But the Reavers coming in with these rear charges, they definitely need to set up some defense for the units fighting Vlad, because this is just absolutely pummeling. Look at the kills on these guys. 150 now. I've never seen this unit used real well, and it is just... they are absolutely impressive at this point. 58 charge is pretty solid, and 110 armor is nothing to sneeze at either. Vlad's racked up 67 kills. Let's see. I think the Reavers are about to come around for another charge. Let's watch it. Wonder if Vlad has any magic left. They're in kind of a weird column formation right now. I guess it's like the pain train formation. So there comes the Reavers charging in. I guess it ended up being a big benefit for him to save these guys for the late game, because he's definitely laying some smack down at this point. But they're taking some damage. They're down to about half their health. Vlad's still got a considerable number of Greenskins to fight off. He's got 79 kills. He's definitely starting to feel the damage now that his replenishment isn't there anymore. He is definitely tanking out some damage. His replenishment is just so strong and so fast, that's where he'll get you. But whenever that goes gray and he's done replenishing, then it's not going to be so pretty. But you can see 86 kills. The guy is capable. And this has been completely mobbed by infantry as well. These Reavers, though, have been totally clutch. 172 kills and climbing. They're just under half of their health. Vlad is hanging pretty strong here now with 93 kills. I guess as the Reavers are stripping away hit points, it's allowing Vlad to get quite a few more kills. The Reavers here actually get caught by a few big uns. They're taking some unnecessary damage in prolonged melee. Definitely not fortunate for the Greenskin player, or for the Vampire player. More and more Greenskins rallying back in. The fact that this Night Goblin War Boss is still alive is definitely bad, but right there, I think he just bought the farm. He did. So these Reavers killed the War Boss and a ton of infantry, and here they're going to take out the Shaman too. That ought to be the end of the Greenskins. I don't think they can handle that kind of leadership lost. Look at that, 95 kills on Mr. Vlad von Karstein. He's kind of like an actual cool version of Sigvald in vampire form. This is who Sigvald wants to be. Of course, Sigvald got regeneration. He's probably a little bit better, but when you consider a lot of the weaknesses that Chaos has to deal with, I don't ever really see Sigvald becoming a real viable option. He is a lot tougher with his regeneration now, though. It definitely helped him. But Mr. Pretty Boy is still not the toughest choice that Chaos can field out there. What is it that's keeping... Oh, okay, so the Greenskins have a couple of units out here. I'm surprised the power bar hasn't sent all of these guys running. I think if he would have killed the Orc Shaman, it definitely would have ended the battle. Looks like the Reavers are chasing infantry, though. 190 kills. We're coming up on the last 10 seconds here, though. This is pretty much it. There we go. Interesting replay there. Very small infantry contingent. I mean, all these Biggins and archers, the Cryptors were destined to fail there. I think a lot of hit points were taken away by the Mortis Engine for sure. So in the end, I'm thinking that it stuck around long enough to help get the job done. Vlad picking up 100 kills, and then Varric's Reavers here with 191 kills. Look at this, though. 131 kills for the standard Graveguard, only 79 on the Sturdsman. So the Sturdsman got hit hard and taken out quick there. May have had support from the War Boss or the Orc Shaman. Really like that replay. Appreciate it being sent in. Hope y'all are enjoying this vampire week. I say week. It doesn't have to be just a week. The vampire focus is what I should say. I'll be back soon. Play some of my battles, or play some battles of my own. Tell you what I think. Let you see some of the builds. But feel free to keep submitting. I've got a ton of vampire replays that people have sent. You can send more if you want. I can't promise I'll get to them all. But I've got some interesting ones that'll be coming up for you. Like I said, really appreciate it. Hope to see you all again soon. HeirofCarthage, signing out.